draggable option in Pear Deck is a great way to check for student understanding. They can answer a question, give an opinion, or rate their level of understanding. Nearpod does not offer an exact replacement, but their drag and drop option is similar. So if you have not created a copy of your original Pear Deck, take a moment to make a copy of the entire presentation in case you choose to use Pear Deck at a future date. Once you've made the copy, make sure you go to Add-ons, click on Nearpod, and open Nearpod. We want the Nearpod Google Slides app running so we can edit directly in Google Slides. If you've previously edited this slide deck, you may have to click Edit this lesson again. Before I start editing and creating my drag and drop slide, I want to remove the Pear Deck branding. So I'm going to delete all of my speaker notes, and I'm going to delete the photo at the bottom of the slide. The Pear Deck app recognized that image as an indicator to apply its add-on features to that slide. Nearpod works with a different app, so we don't need those images. Now that we have our slide cleared out, I want to use the same background. That's going to open my snip tool and allow me to drag from one end of my image to the other. It'll copy in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can click on it. We want to make sure to save this backdrop. This is where I want students to drag and drop. I'm just going to save it as a backdrop or background. Now you do lose the animated GIF functionality, but you don't have to recreate this image. I'm going to go in and drag and drop. So I'm going to create a new slide. This does not edit the current slide. I could include my instructions here. However, since the image has that, I'm going to go in and add my background. It's also going to have those same instructions. I could have a blank one. I could use T-shape. There's a lot of ways to use the drag and drop. But if I'm just replacing my current Pear Deck example, go through, find that image that I just created, and now it's uploaded. Draggable questions typically had icons. You could choose some of the icons that were there, but now with Nearpod, you have unlimited options. I'm going to search Google. I had 3 questions, 1, 2, 3, happy, sad, excited. So I'm going to find a happy, a sad, and an excited image. In Nearpod, it'll ask you to place that answer where you think it should go. So happy colors, we're going to go with happy colors over here. Even though I'm giving it an answer, I can still ask students to place their answer wherever. Now I just repeat the same process for all of my other questions. Once you have the image placed, click Done, and it'll add over to your drag and drop item. If instead of images, you don't want to use the image, you can delete this image, go back. I want to use text labels instead. So I'm going to have a happy label. Just like the image, I'm going to place it where I think it needs to go. I'm going to have a sad. And I'm going to have an excited. And notice every time I place it where I think about where it's going to go, you can do this for labeling, diagrams, etc. We're just replacing an opinion question in Draggable. Once it's all done, click on the Save button. It'll take a moment, but this slide will be added to your Google slide deck as well. You can now see the image. You have the original slide that's been de-Pear Deckified, and you have the new Nearpod option. You can keep this as a preview question or delete it because the same information is already in your new drag and drop. Once you're done, make sure you click Save and go to Nearpod. It does not automatically save like Pear Deck would. The longer your slide deck, the longer it will take to save, regardless of how many Nearpod questions are embedded within. As always, from your Nearpod library, you can go straight into live participation with your class. You can treat this as a student-paced question. You can preview your entire slide deck, or you can go in and edit your slide deck, your lesson. It'll open directly in Google Slides. If you started in Google Slides, it'll send you back to Google Slides. From here, you just reopen the Nearpod app, and now you can edit your slide deck.